What items, what property are not subject to probate? My name is Philip Bruce. I'm a Minnesota estate planning attorney, and Jody, a client of mine, came up and she was very concerned about her IRA going through court. It was a large account, especially large for her, and she didn't want a lot of people knowing about it. She knew that probate is a very public proceeding. She knows that it has cost and it can take a while, but for her it was more of a privacy thing. And I had great news for her. If you have a beneficiary designation on an account, like an IRA, like life insurance, like bank accounts, like savings accounts, those types of things, money market accounts, if there's a pay on death beneficiary, then you've created a private agreement. And private agreements, contracts, mortgages, leases, trusts, private agreements don't need a judge's help. They can just do it. So if you have any accounts and you're able to list an adult, that's very important, not a child. Children, it will get there if you name a minor child, but it's going to get there through court. We're talking about avoiding court. If you list an adult who is competent, who has the capacity to sign contracts, that will avoid probate. Be careful of a couple things. Do you trust that person's spouse? If something happens to that person, what should happen to it next? You can't do these type of robust planning techniques with pay on death beneficiaries, but you can do simple ones. I want it to go to my adult kids. I want it to go to my spouse, etc. Sometimes you can name charities. Another thing that's not subject to probate is something with maybe something that is going to be under a combined value of $75,000. It is possible for your estate to be too small to need probate. So take the assets that would go through probate, take things that are not in a trust. We've talked about trust before, and I'll talk about them again, so don't worry. Take things that do not have beneficiary designations. Take these types of assets that are not governed by private agreements, add them up. And what's the value? If the combined value is less than $75,000, no probate. I have had people come in before and say, all my accounts have beneficiaries, I lease my car, I rent my house, I just want to make sure my $10,000 bank account goes where it needs to go. Well, guess what? That's not going to go to court because all this person has is a $10,000 account. It's well under 75. No worries there. 75,000 is your grace. That's your leeway. Anything under that, no worries. If you can get something controlled by a private agreement, that also is not going to go through probate as long as you're naming a competent adult. A couple big catches there. Some of this stuff gets a little complex. If you do ever have questions, I want you to feel free to give my office a call or shoot us an email. Thank you.